Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction. And yes, we have a Premier League win. Everton 3, Newcastle United 0. Hallelujah. Praise Ross Barkley. We have 3 points. Oh, and no Tim Howard. Yes. Absolutely tremendous. Let's talk about, obviously, the team. Starting lineup. Back to basics. Obviously, Funes Mori, Phil Jagielka playing centre-backs, Tom Cleverley, James McCarthy, and Gareth Barry centre midfield with obviously Lennon on the right and Ross Barkley and Lukaku playing up front. And I thought we started really well. I thought we started snappy. I thought, we look comfortable, we look calm, we look solid. That's the main thing. We look pretty solid. And, I just thought we set out the right way. We got the goal. Obviously, we got the goal. Aaron Lennon, lovely little finish, sort of a reverse finish. Didn't give the keeper any chance. And this was after the keeper made a really good save off Tom Cleverley, I think it was. And for me, I thought we were doing well. I thought, Newcastle, we kept them pretty much at arm's length. Obviously, they had the new signings, the likes of Shelby and just Townsend. I thought they were poor, very, very poor. And the main thing is we kept it solid. But obviously, second half, we got the injury to Rom in the first half, the knee to the back. Aruna Kone came on, and that took the wind out of our sails a little bit because he had a couple of early chances that he really should have scored. And then obviously the nervousness just started to set in a little bit around the ground, and you could feel that nervousness. And it wasn't like people moaning and shouting like some people have suggested. It was just nervous, and I think the players that probably actually came from the players to the fans. They started to give Newcastle a little bit more of the ball. But we rode through a little difficult period. I think, they should have scored. Certainly should have done better with that chance he had, Mitrovic, I think it was. But we kept going. The manager didn't make any subs, which I don't know whether it was because he, had full belief in the team or whether, obviously, the Stoke game coming off the back of the Carlisle game. But we kept going, and obviously... a couple of minutes ago, Aaron Lennon gets the penalty again. Classic Aaron Lennon. He's causing a threat all the time. Wants to win the ball back all the time. I thought he was fantastic tonight. And up stepped Ross Barkley, put it away. And then obviously a few minutes later, Ross Barkley gets the ball himself, gets fouled in the box, and then wonderful finish to the game. The little Panenka. And that was it. It was a great finish to the game. It was a lovely way to come out of the stadium, having that feeling. I mean, it wasn't a classic match. It had seen, it had its moments, but it wasn't a classic match. But coming out the stadium feeling like that is so nice to have that, walking out the stadium. Even when we've won games this season, even like when we won against Sunderland and when we won against Villa, we'd won the game by an hour, and the last half an hour was a bit of a snooze fest, and you walk out sometimes a little bit frustrated that we didn't go and take these clubs, to the cleaners. Whereas tonight, there's a really positive feeling coming out the ground. So that's fantastic. Ross Barkley himself, I just thought he was fantastic tonight. I thought he was fantastic again. Absolutely brilliant again. There was periods in the second half when, yes, he frustrates people. He takes that extra touch. But what I would say about that lad is his head never goes down. Never, ever goes down. And he's always looking to do something. He's always looking to create something. When that penalty was given, I think Kone tried to get the ball. He was like, no, I'm having it. And don't forget, I think the last penalty he took down there, he missed it last season. So the lad's bang on fire. Confidence, when he steps up for that third one and, does that. And you're thinking, this lad is just on fire, absolutely on fire. And me and Baz have talked about him recently about captain material, and I think he's shown that tonight. I think he's shown that he stepped up when it was someone needed to step up. He was a threat all night. And you know what? You look at him and you look at Shelby and you just think, these two lads are not even on the same country, planet, universe. Shelby is just a little whatever. Do you know what I mean? You can understand why he's played for 3 Premier League clubs, because he's obviously, I don't know, got something about him, but hasn't got it. But Ross has got everything, and he wants it, and he's demanding more of himself. I think you can see that. And it's sad. It's sad, you know. I don't know if anyone's looked at our Twitter tonight, but I think is it Ian Ladyman, I think it is, who writes for the Mail. Yeah, Ian Ladyman writes for the Mail. I'll just tell you exactly what he wrote. He wrote, well, hang on. He wrote, third successive game at Goodison. I have seen Barkley played exceptionally well. Phones will ring at Everton this summer. So he's setting up the transfer there. See how he's setting it up? And then about 10 minutes later, he says, he has now given the ball away twice in a minute. So what? And then the next tweet is, I can now confirm that Barkley is getting dog's abuse for most of Goodison after possibly the worst 10 minutes of his season. Did anyone see that? Did anyone see that dog's abuse? Did anyone hear that dog's abuse? Because I never. Maybe a couple of frustrated groans here and there, but dog's abuse, really? These are the same people who are making up the lies about us booing John Stones that weren't real. It's absolute bollocks. Ian _Ladyman _DM. Feel free to tweet him. Feel free to tweet him all night, because he is talking absolute bollocks. The crowd weren't getting on his back whatsoever. It wasn't his worst 10 minutes of the season. So what? He picked the ball up 3 times and had no one to give it to because there was no one around him. So decided to take an extra touch, and okay, it came to nothing. But it's in the other half of the pitch. Who cares? You know, it happens in games. He scored 4 goals in 3 games now, you know, in the last week. The lad is on fire confidence-wise. He wants it. He demands it. And, you know, I'll just tell you what his last tweet was. Deserved win for AFC. Barkley, excellent on the whole. Not sure why or indeed if Newcastle bothered. So what he's done there, he said how good Barkley is. And then he's like, oh, Everton might sell him in the summer. Oh, everyone hates him. It's like, this is the media you have to put up with at Everton Football Club. They want all our players to leave. So they get a narrative. They create a narrative that we don't want our players. They've been doing it with John Stones over the last few weeks as well. And then you see people like who don't watch us, who are like, you know, Southerners and things like that, who don't watch us going, they don't deserve players like that. Absolute nonsense. This is what we have to put up with as a club. Anyway, I thought he was excellent tonight anyway. Oh, by the way, feel free. There's a Q&A session on the side. If anyone wants to ask me any questions, I'll answer them at the end. But I just thought we were a lot more solid tonight. For me, if we'd set up like that all season against poor teams, I think we'd have 12 to 15 more points. If we'd set up like that against Stoke, if we'd set up like that against Leicester, I think we would have won those games comfortably. You know, don't forget, we probably would have had Ron in fine form for those games as well, which he was. And if you're solid at the back, then you're going to pick up those easily, you know, those easy wins like that. I know it got nervy at times, but I think that was just the fact that it's been so long since we've won a game at Goodison. I mean, November in the league, you'd have to go back to for the Villa game. So there was that getting over the line, which you can understand. You can understand the nerves were all over the place. You can understand that. But I just thought we did what we had to do and we finished it nicely. And that's exactly what you do. And you go into the next game now and the confidence is buzzing from the end of the game as well. And it was surprising, you know, Oviedo, I thought he had a good game. I thought everyone had a pretty good game, except for Coney, who's rubbish. There you go. But again, I look at the goalie and I start with the goalie and I think he set the tone tonight. You know, I'd said before, I think both me and Baz said on the preview that if he started the game, that the crowd, that would help the crowd. And let's be honest, did anyone feel nervous again? Did anyone feel nervous with it? He did everything he needed to do. He's coming out and taking catches. His distribution's fantastic. He's setting us off early with the throws. He's coming for things. Okay, he's punching things. He's trying to catch things. He's doing what you want him to do, and there's no worry there for me. So that to me, again, I say it again, he's got to be in on Saturday. He deserves it now. And if there are any doubters about him, then fair enough. I understand the doubt, but just leave him in goal now, and let's find out if he's a good goalie. Because how it's going, let's be honest, how it's going. There's no point him staying anymore. He's going. He's lost the crowd, and I think that's it. So let's find out if Joel's a good goalkeeper. And if he's not, then fair enough. We'll go and buy 2 new goalkeepers in the summer, or go and buy a new number 1, whatever. Let's do that in the summer. But let's find out first, because I think there's a good goalie in there. So, as I say, I just thought the way we set up tonight was just a lot more pragmatic, solid. We weren't to be beaten. Yes, there was mistakes. Yes, there was nerves. But on the whole, we didn't have to go mad. We didn't have to go gung-ho like we normally do. The fullbacks didn't have to go flying forward. To be honest, actually, I've just said everyone had a good game. They didn't have a good game. I thought Seamus Coleman was poor. I thought he was pretty poor, especially in the final third. Yeah, he's been poor for a while. I don't know whether it's because the amount of games he's missed and then comes back, and then he seems to be on this weird run where he'll play, and it's, you know, I know we all said we didn't need a backup, or we didn't say, you know, we weren't bothered that we missed out on Byron, but it would be nice to have some genuine backup there, because Oviedo wasn't got a right foot, so he's got no right to play right back. See what I did there. So it's just brilliant to get 3 points. It's brilliant. It gets us up to 11th, the heady heights of 11th place. But, you know, we go to Stoke on Saturday, we beat them, we go above them, and then we can start looking up. And it's weird because we've done exactly what we did last season. We played Newcastle, and we've been dead organised. And, you know, done the basics right and won 3-0. And I suppose that the thing is now, Stones obviously didn't play. He has got a legitimate injury. So what? But there's no reason why Stones can't come back and fit right back in, because I think we did miss Stones tonight. I thought we missed his guile coming out the back four. There's times when our midfield had to drop, and against better teams, that means that they can pressure a lot higher. We've seen that last season when it was Jags and when it was Distam. Teams will press that much higher because Martinez still demands the back four to play football. So you still want Stones in there, but he's got to know what to do and when to do it, which will come. It might not come in Everton, but it'll come. So it's not a case of it's because Stones wasn't playing. No, it's because I think tonight that the manager just said, go and get the basics right. Get me 3 points and let's get on with it. You know, start winning games back to back now. We're still in the FA Cup. You know, we just bought a striker. The European places are no way gone. They're not. Okay, top four might have gone, but I think Europa League is still there. It's still achievable. So why not? And I'm starting to get a cold, which is annoying. Yeah, as I said, organised, solid. Players like Ross Barkley, you're going to do things. If you've got a good striker, you're going to do things. So we keep that going, then happy days. Right, some of your questions. Rob in Japan, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Aaron Lennon not getting man of the match? Who got man of the match? Ross? I suppose it was a toss-up between the two of them. I thought he worked really, really hard, but obviously with Ross getting the 2 goals. And I just thought Ross was exceptional. But I think there was a case for Aaron Lennon getting as well. I thought Aaron Lennon was excellent, and he's a workhorse, and at times that's exactly what you need. And I've said we could possibly play him on the left and play Delafeu on the right. That could possibly work. Cumbrian Toffee says, Jerry or Lennon to start against Stoke. How can you drop Lennon? How can you possibly drop him? The same reason why he couldn't get in the team when Jerry was playing so well. You know, if you're playing well, you keep the shirt. Surely. That's the goalie. Slick Leg 1004 says, how do you think the club should handle Kone? Well, they should handle him, I suppose, like they've handled him tonight. He comes off the bench to play up front when needed. But surely now he's the third choice after the new striker, Nizas, or whatever you call him. So, yeah, he's still a player, and he still can do a job at certain times. But, you know, he's not in the starting 11. It's as simple as that. Chris Jones says, Chris Jones in New York says, fantastic for everyone. Coney has no legs. I hope we see Omar Nyasi in the place for the rest of the season. Yes, I do. Hopefully. Lennon, I'm going to use this one by Paul Roti says, Lennon loves the work, brings something different to the side. Haven't had enough game time for me. He hasn't had enough. It's mad. You know, we signed him because he was doing this last season and he helped kickstart this. And don't forget, this time last season when we beat Newcastle 3-0 or around this time, you know, it was him winning penalties. He's relentless, and that's what you get from him. So you need that in your side when you're struggling. You need that. He's not one of these wingers that goes missing. He's a winger that'll work up and down for you, and he did that tonight. Paul Roti again says, 4 clean sheets in a row in the Premier League for Joel. Can't be dropped, surely, can he? Me and Roberto are going to fall out if he gets dropped. Tim Howard's time is up. It's as simple as that. It's up. And any goodwill there is to Roberto will be lost if he brings Tim Howard back. It's as simple as that. He offers the side nothing. And I don't want to be disrespectful for the man because he's given a lot to Everton, but he offers nothing. Josh Kirby says, after seeing Coney come on, to be fair, making little efforts with sloppy shooting and poor time, are you excited for Nasi to come in and see if he's number 2 striker or even a partner for a run? I think he can play as a striker. I think he can play off the striker. I think he can play off the right. I think he can play off the left. That's what I'm excited about. And I think he'll give you the same work rate as someone like Alan. So that's what I'm excited to see. Rob Japan, easy to play next game or bench. Well, that's up to the manager, isn't it? I think there'll be a question over his fitness because he hasn't played for a while with the Russia having a break. Slick Legs back again. Keep him, Coney, someone of an impact sub. Or let him go. Let him go in the summer. Simple as that. Yeah, I'd let Coney go in the summer. I think you'd look to replace him now, you know, like all the Deadwood. Him, you know, you look at the bench tonight, him, Osman, Pina, Howard. You know, you'd look now and think, right, they're done. They need to be replaced now with new players or younger players. That's the only way to look at it. Michael Swan says, the commentator said Neasy will need around 60 sessions before he's fit. 60 sessions? How long does 60 sessions take? If you do 3 a day, that's 20 days. So he's not going to be fit for 3 weeks. Not sure about that. I think he might be 100%, but I think if someone like Coney started on Saturday and he was brought on for the last half an hour, I think that'd make a big difference because then he's got a week till the next game. And he can get some of those sessions in, yes. So that's the way I'd look at it. But let's be honest, we signed Aidan McGeady from Russia and he's about 4 stone overweight. And he played like the next game against West Brom away when we were awful, I remember. So I expect him to come in, be on the bench probably on Saturday. Joel must have something about him being Atletico Madrid's number 2 and an FA Cup clean sheet. Manes must see something in him. Well, I'm sure he does, but now's the time to unleash that. You know, he's playing, let's John Stone do Cruyff turns in his box, and he won't put a goalie in. The time's now. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. And I think deep down, Roberto knows it. I think he does. I think he knows it deep down. So now is the time to unleash the Joel. Yeah, definitely. Right. I've said that. Stop asking me questions. I just wanted to say thanks for all your hard work, loving the channel. The instant reactions and these live hangouts are superb new additions. That's Rob in Japan. I don't know if it's Rob Japan, Rob in Japan. Rob used to live in Japan. I don't know. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for everyone. I want to give you about 30 seconds. You want to ask me any question? I'm starting the clock now. You have 30 seconds. And as I say, Saturday, big chance, I think, to get 3 points against Stoke. Don't forget, me and Baz will be doing the final word on this. He wasn't that happy at half-time. I was quite satisfied at half-time with the performance. I thought we were solid. Baz was thought it was crap. It's just miserable. I'm sure he's got his instant reaction somewhere. Cheers, Stickleg said he's second the video stuff. I'm sure he's doing a video somewhere now, moaning or something. I don't know. Probably just loving Joel. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We're heading towards 7,000. We're not far off. Also, big thanks for everyone who watched the transfer deadline day stuff. Just like 13 hours. We all stunk at the end of it. Oh my God, it was a bow fest. Yeah, we'll be doing the final word on this. Obviously, the preview for Stoke. Don't forget to follow us on. Please leave your like us on Facebook as well. Trying to get that going, put more videos on there. That's facebook.com. Toffee TV EFC. Instagram as well. Toffee TV 1. Stands to put loads more stuff on Instagram as well. Crumbly and Toffee says, was Stones dropped or injured? He was injured. He's injured. He probably will miss Stoke as well. Rob Japan says, looking forward to the final word. Keep the good wake up, lads. Cheers to everyone for watching. There's about 168 of you watching live at the moment. Thank you very much from me in my back room in my Everton boudoir. See you later.